It's Friday and I'm leaving Las Vegas again. It's enough. I came here in November, made couple short trips to Parker and Laughlin, but spent since November in Las Vegas enough time. Southern California tour begins again. Wish me luck. This place is called Sawtooth Canyon, and I stopped here in September on my way from Palm Springs to Las Vegas. Nice little cool campground. It's free. It has even restrooms. So I'm gonna spend the night here and tomorrow continue down to Palm Springs, have some fun, and maybe play some poker in Agua Caliente and Morongo. Those are two casinos in the area. To close the Las Vegas chapter for now, I came to Las Vegas, I think it was November 10th, and spent there last 5 months. Made little trips to Parker and Laughlin, but basically most of the time I was in Las Vegas. If you're asking about poker, I'm gonna tell you it didn't work really, because I already told you I'm card dead in Nevada, card dead. So when I say it didn't work, not that I was losing, because I have winning sessions, I have losing sessions, but most of it is just sitting and looking at Queen 3, 8, 4, 9 deuce. Even if it's winning session, doesn't matter. Card dead. So I'm happy that I left. Another story. Pick up one of these card player magazines, start listing it. Page 8. Phil Hellmuth versus Negreanu. Basically, they're right now playing that heads-up match, and I really don't give a fuck about it. But there's something interesting here. How their feud started. Negreanu, I think whose ego is growing bigger and bigger, and his head may explode one day and just... He started telling Phil Hellmuth that he cannot be profitable in high stakes poker tournaments like Aria has, and they're starting again now after COVID, several times a month. That means maybe once a week or 2-3 times a month. $25 buy-in. Problem with that tournament is that there's not enough players to justify the price. There's maybe some of those hotshots, that we know from TV shows. But basically Negreanu said that Phil Hellmuth cannot be profitable there and bets him $400,000, giving him 2-to-1 odds that after 50 tournaments he's not going to be profitable. That means with $25,000 buy-in, Phil have to spend $1,250,000 in buy-ins, and he's not going to win more than that. Also, it may take about a year and a half playing absolutely each of them, because if they have like 3 per month, that's 36 for the year. You need another 14, that's another half year, so a year and a half playing all of them, not even moving out of area. I'm not sure what's going to be with that. Probably it ain't happening. There's even some other guy here offering even better bet to Phil Hellmuth, because they don't believe even Phil has 15 bracelets, but playing a World Series of Poker with all those players and all those odds, bigger money, it's maybe they think it's easier, and there's not that many skillful players when you go play like with 2,000 people, comparing to this where maybe only 40 people play for 25,000. Now, let me ask you this. Do you guy, do you play tournaments? Oh, you do. Why? Oh, it's fun. Huh. What do you mean fun? It's fun donating money? How many you won lately? Because when you tell me, oh, I cashed at the Orleans, $170, I was 22nd. That's crap. That's not winning money. The only thing counts if you win it. Maybe second place is decent money. Everything else is bullshit. And your ego telling you that you are some hotshot tournament player just because you cashed 22nd or 12th in Orleans tournament. Now, there's a calculation for all that. And that's why I stopped playing tournaments, because I realized can't win. And you need to win. Why? Well, years ago, Chris Ferguson, that we call Jesus, he said, you cash out, not win. You cash out in 1 of 10 tournaments on average. And he's talking about them, professionals. So if you cash once in 10 times, how many times you win? Maybe once out of that 10, if you're lucky. Maybe once in 100. I think it's closely you win 1 in 100 tournaments you play. So when you do the math, Chris Ferguson said to play tournament consistently all the time. Let's say $100 buy-in Thursday at the Orleans. The first place prize has to be at least 40, if not 50 times bigger than the buy-in. So if buy-in is 100, first place has to pay 4,000 or 5,000. And why I'm mentioning Orleans tournament? Well, because I play at it. 100 buy-in with multiple rebuys, re-entries. We had 186 buy-ins, I think, and first place was about 6,600. So that tournament, if you play all the time, it's justified by that money structure. Now, if you play it every week, there are 52 weeks, let's say 50 times you play in a year, like Phil Hellmuth will, you buy enough for 150 times, that is $5,000 it's going to cost you. $5,000. You cash out once in 10 tournaments. If you're really good, once in 10, that means you're going to cash out 5 times. How much? How much? Well, on average, it has to be $1,000 in order to break even. And that's why I don't play tournaments anymore. I would play some big, like where the prizes are in millions, like, you know, main event. So if you get lucky, you at least hit the jackpot. But this small bullshit, I'm not playing. And telling me, oh, it's fun. No, it's not fun. Donating money is not fun. So now, tell me, be honest. Do you follow this calculation that came from Chris Ferguson, the Jesus?
Nobody fucks with the Jesus.
I quit. Well, what else in the news? Sands Corporation, aka Las Vegas Sand Corp, is changing name to Sands. Why? They sold all properties. They just sold Venetian and Palazzo to some other, something Apollo Global Management. They sold it for $6.4 billion. $6.4 billion. They sold Venetian and Palazzo and Sands Conference Center. They paid $2.2 billion with B for the operation and $4 billion for the land where the Venetian is on. Now, why is this important? I often drive, and you can see behind Venetian on Koval, two small buildings, even some like tiny, crummy condos. Do you know whoever owns that land, that is a billionaire? That land is priceless. It's like, it's a gold mine. Can you imagine that? $4 billion just for the land when Venetian and Palazzo lay. You know, when they built the Venetian, they said that was like in 96 or something, I don't remember, on a spot where the Sands Casino was, took it down, built a beautiful Venetian, and to pay off the construction loan in 7 years, they need to make $1 million per day from the casino operation. That will pay the construction loan in 7 years. Guess what? They paid off the loan in 3 years. And fools like me and you are going over there to have fun. Makes me sick thinking about all that money. Do you know how much is a condo in that building? It's probably about 1.5 million condo in that building. And I never see anybody coming out of the building. They just buy it and they live in New York and work on a New York Stock Exchange. I hate rich people. I hate them more than Robin Hood. I don't hate people, I hate their ability to buy whatever they want. I was always poor. I wish I'm a bank robber like Dillinger, going around robbing banks in Oklahoma, driving a car to Kansas, robbing 2 banks over there, running away to Texas. Oh, good old days, good old days. Now there's no money in the bank, you cannot rob it. Banks don't have money, it's all just fake in a digital world, in computers. Had fun?
I did. You've seen everything.
Wow, I'm talking half hours in the camera. That's
You're the best.